你知道吗 You were everything I wanted you to be. You were charming, fun, colorful. I tickled. You laughed. 我们有很好的关系。So what now? You just leave me here 一个人。No more writing. No more remembering. Just blurry images of characters I nearly forgotten. 你帮我记的东西 The drink it helps me forget. You nudged me when I needed it most. 你知道吗 You're gonna be missed. I stare at you now, cold, blank, expressionless. I can see nothing but myself in you now. Mandarin was an escape for me. You held my hand as I went through the frustration. 我感觉很孤单。现在你离开了，我相信过你。然后你就没电了，我没了你，永远。
You can borrow my charger.
Oh, thanks.
Delay. She likes it.
Was that the timing? Was that the right timing for you? Was it? Did you do it at the right time?
For me, but I don't know.
Because we went, and then you went.
On my side, it looked like we were the same.
Did it really?
It did.
Oh my god, this time.
对，
This
不一
is
样。
amazing.
对
So how are we talking?
Hello， 大家好，欢迎来到 Mandarin Monkey 广播时间。
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Mandarin Monkey Podcast, episode 190.
第190集，欢迎我们最可爱的来宾 Ashley。
Yay!
你好。
Here or maybe here. 我们不知道 yet. I haven't made the decision in editing yet. Future Tom, good choice. Whichever one you went for. Yeah, Ashley's here.
对呀。
Hi. Hi there.
Hi.
Prolific
Hello.
Ashley. We have mentioned Ashley a few times on this podcast before. 对不对？
对，他就是我们美国的之星
对啊。
，The Light
The light.
in America。
Yeah. British. Yes, that's right. She is. Ashley, how the deviled eggs are you?
Oh, so good. I was going to try and fit a deviled eggs joke in there, but can't think of one off the top of my head.
I don't know.
Fantastic.
I don't know any deviled egg jokes.
Deviled eggs are delicious, though, so
They are
it's all
delicious.
right.
How would you make a deviled egg?
我忘记这个 egg。
With eggs.
Right. Any other ingredients? No, you'd add egg
Mayonnaise.
onto egg. I don't know how to make it deviled eggs.
You add egg on an egg.
You just put some eggs.
On an
Near
egg.
some
You
eggs.
take an egg, you cut it in half. Well, you hard boil it.
Hard boil.
You remove the yolks.
How many?
Put the yolks in a separate bowl.
Yeah.
Mix them with mayonnaise.
Mhm.
Oh.
And some sort of seasoning that's delicious. And then you put them in a cute little Ziploc bag, cut the tip off, and just done.
And these are deviled eggs. 为什么他们叫
对啊，
deviled
为什么是
eggs?
devil
为什么？
egg？
Because they're devilishly good.
Right, got you.
Oh.
And what about eggs Benedict? 你知道吗？
Also delicious.
Don't know how to make that.
好吃. You
奇怪的名字. You get some
you
eggs.
want to know how to make eggs. I know how to make eggs.
Do you? Let's talk about eggs. Come on.
Eggs. You crack it. The water has to be boiling already.
Yeah.
You crack the egg and you whisk it around really fast so that it congeals
Like
together. And then you
coagulates.
pull it out so that the yolk is still delicious and yummy and runny, but that everything else is solid. And then you make hollandaise sauce that I don't know how to make.
How would you make an egg mayonnaise sandwich?
Put mayonnaise on bread. I don't cook my egg fully. I make it over easy so that when I bite into it, it yolk just everywhere.
Mm.
Yummy.
Good yolk.
吃
Good
Yolk. Oh, I don't have any wap 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 or budum music. Otherwise, I would play it. How do you say eggs Benedict in Zhongwen?
那叫什么波蛋？有啦，有一个名字回波蛋。
Is that egg?
水波蛋。
很生气吗？为什么你生气
？No. It's coming back. It's 水波蛋。
你真的知道吗？
有。
I asked you because I thought you wouldn't know.
Because I know it because actually他解释怎么做。
真的吗
？Yeah.
Wow. Because she described it. Oh, good description. So she knows.
水波蛋。
What about deviled eggs?
这个我就不知道，我们没有这样吃
I don't know.
没有。
They are devilishly delicious though. 它是对。
很肥。
I wanted to know yesterday because I had an egg sandwich. What a start to the podcast though. You got to think about it, right? People are listening on their way to
就是
work or
让你
whatever
们
they're
知
doing.
道
Right?
一下 ，before 我们在广播，他们两个在说蛋蛋。
We were talking about
So
蛋蛋，对呀
that's why.
It was-
为什么？
It was 很有意思的。我对蛋蛋感兴趣。
Dan 也对蛋蛋很感兴趣，
Dan really likes 蛋蛋。
他真的喜欢。
We're talking about Dan, not Dan Dan.
It's
Dan
Dan， 我们的
enjoys
朋友
Dan
对
Yeah.
Dan
Well, I don't know if he enjoys them, but he enjoys
的对话。
对的对话的蛋蛋的对话对。
他现在已经开始在写
Listen
comment。
It sounds more it's more innocent than it sounded like. We weren't talking about balls for fun. It was because it was an interesting conversation about hormones and productivity and stuff. Right?
Is it just me or does Dan sound so much softer and more mellow
Than
than
balls.
just yelling out balls?
Okay, but I'm going to say this to you. Does it sound softer to you? Balls. Dan. Which one sounds less offensive or less kind of...
Balls
Right. Yeah, because it's a mother tongue, isn't it? Right.
对啊
So
That makes sense.
it's swearing in a different language. Second
真的
language. To us, dan's fine, but dan to her be more high.
I would never swear in Chinese, but I
Correct.
love swearing in English.
She swears like a sailor. She just.
哎，这是我们的文化。
对啊，
你把我的文化，你把你的文化给我了。
This is English culture. I give you.
对
Yeah.
啊，
You've inherited it from me. As soon as she gets off the podcast,
没有啦，
you slag or whatever, you know.
没有，我没有说 useless。
Because that's a quite a Britishism. What do you call it? Not a stereotype.
我只有
British people.
我
Do
只
you
有
have those? Because you've got British-ish parents.
British-ish, yes.
Because你的爸爸是 like 一般的英国一般加拿大人吗？
我妈妈是一般英国，一般美国。我爸爸是真的英国。
英国。
真的英国人。
So he's a British hunk.
I don't know if I would consider my father a British hunk.
Does he have a British accent, or has he lost it
He
now?
does. He has it, but when he speaks to his family who still lives in Luton, they always tell him, "Oh, who's this American man?"
Yeah.
You know? But to me, he still sounds like he's got it.
Do you like the British accent, or do you not care?
I like it, but I don't think I am as fond of it as maybe somebody who doesn't have English parents or doesn't have English relatives.
Right.
I think like the girls who grow up in Southern California are like, oh my God, the British accent is so good. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's cool.
He's basically a prince.
He's like a prince and he's going to whisk me away to his castle because they all have them over there.
And his teeth are amazing.
I don't know if that's the stereotype that we have for Englishmen.
Yeah, teeth. I've got another thing. No. I know that's not exactly. That's why I'm going to tackle that, and that's why I said it, because Americans think that British people have bad teeth. All British people.
为什么？
Yeah.
我们是觉
That's
得
why? I don't
我们
know.
是觉得英国人每次讲话都在吃蛋，是真的啦。
英国人吗？
对呀。
We'll eat eggs.
就是他们好像你放一颗蛋在嘴巴，然后你就是这样说话。
Oh yeah. Well, hello.
对啊。
I'm from England.
就是我你是
I'm from England.
就是你嘴巴里面有
Let
蛋
me
吗？
take out this. Hello, mate. Yeah, you're right. No.
对呀。
Yeah, no, we don't all speak like that. Also, we don't all have bad teeth. But there's I don't know where that stereotype comes. I thought it came from Austin Powers.
Physically.
Like.
Oh.
I've heard this multiple times where Americans think, oh, they all have bad teeth.
啊，没有吧？
Like it's really.
你来台湾看就知道有多少人的牙齿很烂。
But you know what? I think that American people don't they're looking at English men more than they're looking at Taiwanese men.
Sure.
对啦，也是。
And they probably have more exposure to stereotypical, so like Austin Powers.
Right.
And, you look at Austin Powers and it's
That guy's Canadian, and I think he was just acting on the stereotype. He was exaggerating the stereotype,
he
right?
was.
对啊。那我觉得你们的牙齿都很漂亮。
Yeah.
在西方国家，我觉
I
得
don't know why people. I don't know where that came from.
那个文化就是你的 appearance 是很重要的。
嗯。
And unlike 在台湾或是在 Asian country， 他们是不太 care 他们看起来是什么样子。So go to work, you wear the makeup 是很有礼貌的。但是在台湾就是没有，就是 you can have no makeup on， 然后去工作。
Yeah.
But但是没关系。对啊。
I don't have a stereotype for Taiwanese people.
有啦，骑摩托车。
No, but I don't. Do you? Do you have a stereotype for Taiwanese people? Because it's too small a country, I think. 不知道。
真的吗？
I feel like so many people don't know. They don't know
Chinese.
about it.
You need, there's Chinese stereotype, I would say. And this is it, right?
小心。
Be careful, they'll come and take me away.
我好怕。
No, there is a Chinese stereotype from Westerners, I'd say, and it's can I describe the picture to you more than? So it's a
Your mom has.
a small man wearing like a qipao or a Mandarin kind of thing, right? Like with a hat, with a long wispy mustache down to the floor kind of thing, and in some instances bucked teeth.
What's that?
Like 2 buck teeth.
And
I
you call it buck teeth.
Buck teeth. And I have absolutely, because I actually don't know. Bugs
call
bunny
it explosion teeth. 龅牙.
Yeah. In Taiwan, yeah. 龅牙.
龅牙. Yeah,
真的好棒.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But 我不知道为什么我们有这个 stereotype. Maybe it's from cartoons or something?
功夫. I think Kung Fu is, is the first thing
I will teach you.
Yeah, brought to the West.
The 5-inch punch, yeah.
对啊，然后他们都会有这个很长的。
I actually want one of these.
Yeah.
Mine won't grow like that. It will grow into a proper.
No, when he sleep, I'll just cut it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No.
没有.
Ashley, 你很
Do you like a
漂亮。
beard? What's your thoughts on beards?
I like them. Not the once they start leaving the face, like protruding super long.
Do you like a man with a rough looking, like a bit of a, what do you call it? A rough looking, like a gruff.
Looks a bit dangerous.
Yeah, like a bit, like, ooh.
Kind of.
Throw me over your shoulder.
Yes.
Right.
很脏。
But I mean, my husband doesn't have it, so.
No, I know. Which is that, yeah. Well, your husband's Asian, so that's one of the reasons, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, or maybe that's a stereotype, 不知道。
也是啊，就是他们的毛没有很多。
There are not very many hairy Asian men here.
对啊。
I haven't seen any. There's a few.
有，很少，非常少。
Yeah. Even legs, like legs and stuff. And
You'd be shocked.
Yeah.
他有毛。
Yeah.
And you'd be like, what? 他有毛。
Yeah.
很奇怪。
Sometimes the women, yeah.
有。
Yeah, it's true, right? Sometimes the
你
women
知
have.
道我星期六不是都会带 Carrie 去上那个 yoga class 的瑜伽课
yeah.
然后有一个妈妈，他们也在做瑜伽的时候，然后 the teacher will say, okay, open your arm and reach to the top, say hi to the sun. 然后我永远，我就看到那个妈妈的 armpit 就跑出来，而且很长哦。And she's not hiding it at all. 她就是 let it go.
Right.
她就这样。
That again, this is 很有意思 as a 文化 because okay, so most Western women, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if I need to be corrected here, but you can, because maybe things have changed since I've been here. But most women generally in the West are bald from the chin down. And that's like the socially acceptable thing you should do. Whereas here it's not, no one really cares. I know you do, but like armpits and stuff and legs, and it's like,
对啊。
but you said to me once, you said, oh, if a girl has a mustache, that means she's beautiful.
No, 不是不是很多的胡子，就是一点点细细的 like thin hair around your mouth. 我有啊，我很漂亮。我也有啊，对不对？
Well, I tell you why, because you're humans. And we're humans, right? And
还有手毛
we all have little hair over our
还有手毛的 mystery， 就是如果你有手毛，就是细细的 ，is very thin， 在你的手上面，就是你很漂亮。
don't have any. You basically don't have any.
没有，就是很 bold.
She's never shaved her legs, for example.
对呀。
Because she doesn't need to. She doesn't have any hair there. There's no hair. It doesn't exist. Right? My sister said the same thing. She's like, oh my God, how did you get it that smooth? She's like, I said she doesn't get any hair. There's no hair there. I didn't even know how that's possible if not to grow it. But anyway, 不知道。
Can't grow it. 没办法。女生没办法。
Try. It's lazy.
Only I think 我没办法，已经26年，已经28年了，都没有一根毛，我的脚都没有毛。
Yeah.
但是那个 armpit hair one， 我就觉得哇 ，How can you？
So what do you think?
为什么你可以？
What do you think about that,
很
Ashley?
长哎。
What do you think about hairy ladies?
Does not bother me
Right.
in the slightest. Partly because you are correct. Most of Western, culture is we are bald from here down. But I am seeing more of an increase in women who are kind of letting it run free, letting it run wild, partly because it's eco-friendly. No plastic razors here.
Good for the environment. Okay, how?
Also, I think it's just like the Bingdu, for example. The Bingdu, I shave like once every month.
Why would you? Yeah, right. Okay, yeah.
为什么不出去?
Yeah, because you don't go out.
那老公呢？老公会看到吗？
他不管.
He watched me give birth. I think he's okay.
Right. Did he empty your wee bag? Because I did that.
Stop.
There was no wee bag.
Oh. Really?
I'm very curious.
Well, because obviously our 3 babies were cesarean. So obviously the Madweji, obviously you get numb from there down, so you can't control yourself and you have to have a catheter. So, but the nurse, she does empties a few times, but then it's the job of whoever your friend is to.
只有一天 Stop complaining.
I'm not complaining.
只有一天
She said she's curious what she was curious. So I was just explaining what it means.
I did not get any sort of numbing, unfortunately. I wanted it real bad.
Wait,
did not get 因为
好勇敢哦
it was a very 很有意思事情, like situation. I was in false labor for 72-ish hours.
Holy moly.
And then 2 hours went by and I progressed and they're like, yay, we can admit you. And then 15 minutes went by and I went from 5 centimeters to 10 centimeters. And they're like, oh God.
Coming now.
Oh my God.
Did your water break 72 hours before?
No, my water didn't break until, so I had to walk when they finally admitted me because I went to the hospital 4 different times before they finally admitted me.
Right. Yeah. We went.
And then they said, okay,
once.
walk this way. And so I slowly waddled that way. When I sat down on the table, my water broke. And that's when they went, this doesn't sound like 5 centimeters. I think we should check again. And they went, oh, there's the baby.
Oh my God. So 没有麻醉
Did they give you 麻醉剂吗?
麻醉
叫什么
Oh God, I can't even the English. It's a local anesthetic. Anesthesia. Yeah, and they did give you anesthesia.
They did not give me mayo.
Oh. 为什么?
I think I had something in my arm. Because they had given me something to try and sleep earlier because I hadn't slept in 3 days.
Right.
And they were like, you should sleep. So
you're having
they
those...
gave me something in my arm. That's your mayo down under.
Mayo down under.
Huh?
Mayo down under.
好痛，我肚子好痛。
现在吗?
Yeah.
That's how I feel when you talk about vasectomies.
这是什么?
Cutting your balls makes you go. Ugh.
I didn't talk about it. You two talked about it. 不是我
That's probably my fault, but we talked about hairy people because of you. Slice. Snipsies. You're done. What? I've never had medical procedures in America. I quite like to actually.
为什么
I just want to experience it because I've had a medical experience in Taiwan and in Ingor, obviously, but never in America. I want to try it.
你们的护士
It's
好吗
home away, so I want to try it.
Right. 你们的护士好吗?
好啊. 看情况. I mean, it really depends on where you are, what you're doing.
Right.
Like everything I had when I was pregnant was great. Everybody was wonderful. And then when I went in, because I was like, ooh, contractions, they were awful and horrendous people. And I wanted to punch them in the face.
Right.
But I eventually found the good one.
Oh, okay. It's the same with every country, right? Same in the UK, same in Taiwan. 我有个问题, so you need a 护士 in 你的医院 in the hospital you went to specifically. the 护士 there, did they 真的不喜欢他们的工作吗? Like, did they push
No, they really enjoyed what they were doing.
Right, okay.
真的喜欢.
This is my, like, one of the things actually we've valued about here before is bedside manner and like enjoying your jobs. Like we often have this conversation where we meet people like, and I often say, he hates his job. This guy hates his job. You can see because they come in, they're like, okay, you giving birth today. Yep. What's your name? What's your name again? What's your name? 记得吗?
Yeah, 他们问我7次.
Yeah, like seven times. She asked the same name again and again and again.
Yeah, I was
right,
like,
what's your name?
okay.
Yeah. Okay, get in that bed. Get in that bed. Is this a happy day? Or should we be like,
Should we be
concerned?
Right. You're not going to like comfort us in any way. I know you do this all the time. You must have seen this 100 times a day. But you could at least go like, okay, guys, we're going to give birth. Let's get you into bed nice and comfortable. Because it's cesarean also. So we organized it. It was like arranged. So I know we weren't running in there alarmed, but they were so 难过 and 生气 about their life.
真的.
I get it. Maybe they work long hours.
对,
maybe we caught the wrong ones, but still, come on.
对啊.
我的护士真的好棒，因为so the first hospital that we went to where everybody was awful, they ended up sending us home. The second time we went to a different hospital because the original hospital they had too many people. So they're like, sorry, you have to go somewhere else. And so I'm bawling my eyes out on the phone with a nurse. And she's like, it's okay. Come in. I'll walk you in. She ended up being my nurse the first time I went to this new hospital and the fourth time, because I alternated between the two and I ended up at the good one. She was my nurse while I was progressing, while they were trying to get me to sleep. And then she told me, I have to switch shifts. I'm sorry. And the nurse that ended up staying with me was supposed to stay in the triage center. But because I was so nervous and I wanted the pain medication so bad, and she knew I wasn't going to get it, she came and she stayed with us through the entire birthing process.
Oh,
so, I mean, it was amazing. Yeah. And I'm so glad I did it there because the first Ian.
Did your husband cut the cord?
He did.
Yeah, so did I. But the first one.
Yeah. 只有一个.
No, not because I didn't want to, because they didn't let me into the room the second two.
对啊.
And not because I was going, ooh, on the first one. It's just, we were in England for the first one. And they let the husband come in like normal hospitals do.
在台湾只有 natural birth, 就是你要自己自然产才可以.
Yeah, yeah.
And the C-section, 他们不会让老公进去.
So I couldn't keep a company, which is really upsetting. But I couldn't cut it and I wanted to.
对啊.
And did you eat the placenta?
I did not.
With eggs?
Mayo.
How do you make eggs placenta?
That's one I don't know.
Oh, really? Come on, you're the egg person. No, we didn't either because screw that. 奇怪人.
在美国会吗?
Some people, I've heard some people would.
A lot of the people who have like, they'll probably...
Probably those guys.
Right, 很特别的人.
Yeah, no, that's 很有意思. Do you call them, 你会叫你的护士, 宝宝的护士, 你会叫他们, what do we call them?
宝宝的护士, 就护士.
No, not in 中文. What do we call them? Midwives.
Oh, midwife.
Yeah.
You call them in America?
I had a midwife. At my hospital, they only have midwives do the birthing process. But at other hospitals, they have just doctors or gynecologists that go in and do their thing. Right. I had a midwife. She was great. She laughed at me because she asked if I wanted her to stick me with things around my lady area when they found out I couldn't get any of the epidural that I wanted. Yeah. And I asked the dumb question, what hurts worse, getting the dit around the lady parts or giving birth? And she laughed at me.
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah.
Don't they do that slice?
No, they cut.
Yeah, they cut it. Yeah. I just wanted to use the sound effect. Oh. Slice. Snipsies. It's called the perineum, isn't it? Perineum? Yeah. That sounds awful. That sounds awful.
Yeah, I mean, but if you don't, if you have the epidural, you don't feel it.
Oh, of course.
And if you don't have the epidural, all you feel is the baby.
Right. Nothing else matters.
Nope.
Because why would it? You're pushing something like a melon at you. Yeah, that's wrong. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand some people. What a JJ, like she's like now she's pregnant. She's going to have a baby in 4月, 对不对? In April. And
下个月.
next month. And she's decided to do hypno hypno, whatever it is.
什么是 hypno？
Hypnotizing birth.
那是什么？在水里面吗？
You're feeling sleepy.
hypno.
Give birth to the baby. It doesn't hurt at all. It doesn't hurt. It fucking hurts. If I was giving birth to a large object from one's gammon,
Yeah.
give me every drug you have in the building. Give me every single drug you have in the building. Give me the gas, the daden, give me the numb everything from nipples down.
Numb everything.
I feel sorry for you that you didn't have time to get up.
Sorry for myself.
对啊，他们给你那个 like 好消气吗？
消气 gas mask.
Yeah,
不是那是什么？
it's like laughing gas, isn't it?
Laughing gas.
Nitrous oxide,
对，
not
对。
nitrous oxide. They didn't give you that? We had it in the first one. I had it too.
Here you go, babe.
Yeah. I tried it because I was like, this is funsies. Well, she was asleep anyway.
对啊，
Kind of knocked her out a little bit. Yeah. Cool, dude. We're having a baby. Yeah.
超开
Yeah,
心
it was really worrying. But Eula only got to 2 centimeters and then stayed there
对呀，
and didn't dilate any further for a long time. And
How
they said, right, let's get him out or her out at the time.
对，因为我发烧
Emergency C-section.
对
It's like
发烧
axe, the other day.
axe
Yeah.
什么意思
An axe. Snipsies. Well, chopsies.
chopsy
They got an axe
对啊
and they just got the baby out.
好可惜哦
Yeah.
I would love a natural birth 但是 yeah but it
I
ended up
wouldn't want to
with
see you going through that personally, but that's just...
That was my husband's least favorite part, was knowing that he couldn't do anything.
Yeah, you're useless. And
真的
yeah.
He just sat there and held my hand and held my foot and went, ooh, I'm sorry.
You're like, what can you do? I wish I could take some of this pain away from you. But
真的
and that's helped in the first one, right? When you had the epidural, at least I was there to hold your hand at least. And you were like,
对啊
you felt less scared. It wasn't less pain, but it was less fear
Yeah,
because you're like, at least someone's
一定的
with me.
嗯
But the second 2 times,
就没有了
so it's more fear and, you feel it more if you're more scared, right? You're kind of like, oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
对啊
Although I wonder if you have fear, would that detract from some of the pain?
I don't know.
Or
Does
stop?
it heighten your senses? Maybe. I think fear is an instinct designed to make you not die, right? It's to survive. So maybe it intensifies because you're.
不会我觉得我的那个感觉是 stronger and stronger 就是 why am I here why do I make myself here and then
Yeah.
this life is awful my husband's not here just everything is wrong
So you were spiraling down like this depression.
like
Oh.
很可怜然后我很冷啊 I was shivering on the plate like on the bed
You want a plate? Yeah, let's keep it there. Let's give it a plate. Yeah.
on the plate and then just like I knew everything what's going on and because I have had 2 and this was the third time I can't expect what's going on 但是还是好可怕哦就是一直看然后看大家都在做什么然后 the doctor say easy mommy 没事 but I was like don't tell me my baby is
That's
safe
okay
and
for
all.
you to say.
对
如果你是医生，你 do this every day，每个天。
对啊他们就会觉得这没有什么
对啊 like what as a mother, especially for because she's your only. It's just Mackenzie, right?
It's just Mackenzie.
Are you gonna?
No, shop is closed. No, thank you.
Shop's closed now. It's closed for business.
It is closed for business.
Oh, is that like life choice?
Well, actually, I was telling Eula this in one of our lessons. My pregnancy was high risk.
Right.
And so I had so much relaxin in my body, which sounds awesome, but isn't.
Just a chemical relaxing.
Relaxin. It's basically why women like their feet swell and why everything just like expands because they have relaxin that helps to relax their tendons. And my tendons got so relaxed that my pelvic bone unfused.
Yay! So you couldn't walk?
Very, very painfully, yes.
Yeah.
But they did tell me that the second pregnancy, if I chose to go through that again, I would be on bed rest because that was just going to happen faster and sooner and much more intense. So now I'm like, nope.
No.
Okay, so, right. So for medical reasons then.
对啊
Would you want one? Would you want a second one, do you think? Or do you think one's enough?
玫瑰很皮
Nansen, oh my God.
And so this is where my husband and I are like, what would we have done if we had a boy?
Yeah.
对啊
She is so active.
Right.
So poor, and she's wonderful and sweet and amazing, but good God, she never stops.
Right.
What would a boy have been like? We would have had no house left. It would have exploded.
Actually, 今天早上我有 like this exact 想到 this thought about girls and boys and why are they so different growing up? Like why Mason is just a little beautiful kid and why he's such a naughty boy and why Kyrie's so kind.
Yeah.
And she listens and he doesn't. And I was kind of think, is it because girls, 女生他们会知道 like they have more empathy with the situation and a boy just doesn't develop that until later in life. Like, so what I mean is like, you can say, don't hit Kyrie, don't hit me or don't hit mummy because she'll get upset and she'll be, it'll hurt. And then, or whatever it is. And then she goes, oh, I can feel how you feel. I understand that. Whereas a boy will go, oh no, I'm just going to try again and hit you again. Boom. Well, that was fun to me. So what are you complaining about? Because, for him.
There was a comedian that said something along the lines of boys are naughty when they're younger and they're just a pain in the butt and they like throw sand in your wine and they do their thing. Yeah. But girls are like psychologically mean when they get older. So like they're super sweet and so cute when they're younger and then they get older and they're like
manipulative and
Oh, 我觉得那个比较可怕欸. I think this one is the worst.
年轻, I'm nervous
about playing mind games.
But when they come to teenage, I'm not looking forward to the teenage years with Kyrie, if I'm honest. I can foresee there being and like illogical, very emotional situations. Whereas the boys would be like, dude, you climbed a tree and you punched your brother off. Don't do that, you idiot. And he'd be like, oh, okay then. That's kind of that's the kind of conversation you have with a boy. They're more adventurous in the sense they'll go and run in front of cars because they think it's fun or something. And you'd have to go, look, you broke your leg because you thought you could beat a car. Whereas a girl won't do that, but they will like
play mind games.
Cut the hair off your toy and leave it on your bed.
No, 我觉得那个女生她不太健康。
I have a, 我有 like 姐姐，你知道. So and I grew up with my mum and my sister in the house, and she was like that, like Ashley was saying, psychologically, much more psychological warfare than it was physical. She wouldn't come and like hit me for no reason. I
hope my gene can affect her a bit because my mom said I never like be naughty to her.
What was the punishment when you were naughty?
What?
What was the punishment when you were naughty?
Oh, just 那个晒衣服的那个 hangers.
Right. That's why you weren't naughty then.
很痛欸.
Right? She hit you with a metal clothes hanger.
对啊，还有那个什么的 plastic, the plastic stuff you put in the gun and then it melt. What's that?
The glue stick.
The glue stick.
Yeah, they hurt.
She hit me with that.
Yeah. That's common here. Actually, I've got a 办公室瑞华，她会打她的学生，对啊，she'll hit her students with a glue stick.
And wouldn't stick from anywhere, just
Yeah, see, this is way similar. So you just explained exactly why you weren't naughty because she would hit you with weapons when you didn't do it. That's why.
Oh, right. Okay.
My mum used to hit me with a wooden spoon.
哦，那还好。
Or threaten to and chase me up the stairs. You little fucking little bastard, get upstairs, smack you with it. And I go, Mum. Yeah, but her and my sister and my mum would have these just all out screaming matches because she'd hit me and I'd learn. My dad would smack me and I'd learn.
Yeah.
Like my bum. I mean, he'd be bend over lap, pants down, one hard smack on my bum, and then I wouldn't do the thing again.
Oh.
But with Emily, it was an argument. It was always a I hate you. I don't love you. Oh, come on, let's all go and climb a tree, can we?
Right. 所以男生跟女生就是会不一样，就是因为这样。
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, what's my point? Boys, don't. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, stop. Oh, shop close. Close the shop.
Dunsies.
Yeah, Dunsies.
Yeah. 而且玫瑰还比较喜欢，对不对？因为他就没有哥哥，我没有弟弟，我妹妹。To steal the love from mommy 还有 daddy.
but 他说, you know, I'm lonely or I want a friend to come over, and it is heartbreaking. That's why I was telling you she made a space in her bed for Kyrie, and she's like, Kyrie's going to come over. She's going to spend the night right here. And I'm like,
I really wish they could. I really wish they could, honestly. She needs some friends like that. But we might be moving. We'll likely be moving at some point, probably Ingor for a little while. So she might have to change schools anyway, and it's going to change. And we'll be closer to America, which is good. And actually, one of our plans is to come over, yeah.
从英国到美国多久?
Depends where in America, but like it's 5 hours. It's 5 hours to New York.
You just come live at my house. No big deal.
LA is different. I think LA is still about like 12 hours or something.
差不多，不是在加州吗 ？Actually 在加州。
She's in LA, or you're in California, right?
I'm in Orange County, so I'm 45 minutes south of LA.
So just next to Purple County, but not quite as far as Green.
Similar.
Right.
Similar area, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I've heard of Orange County. It's been on DNC. I've watched stuff where they've said Orange County.
我听过 Yeah, I heard you say Orange County somewhere. 然后你们很开心。然后
Is it because 你有很多竹子吗? Do you have lots of oranges there? Is
有
that
很多
why?
吗？
It was originally like an orange grove
right.
area.
Makes complete sense. Very logical. There's a lot of logic in 美国的英文. A lot of logic, like Main Street, because it's the main street of the city, right? Or whatever. Like this is 5th Street because it's the 5th one up. Or like 5th and West or whatever.
And Orange County because 有很多的橘子。
对啊。
很棒啊。
And but in England, for example, it's not like that at all. You don't get roads called Main Street.
那你们叫什么？
Cobblestone Avenue. Why? I don't know. Cobblestone Avenue.
Are there cobblestones on the ground?
Not in the made up place that I just made up, but
I see.
Or diagonal. What's the one in Harry Potter? Diagonal alley. Oh, you don't know. Do you know?
我不知道。
Diagon Alley?
That's the kitty there. Yeah. I don't know why that's called that either. But Americans, I think there's a lot of logic. Okay, Orange County. So we'll move there. Hey.
Okay.
That's a woman yoga one tea.
等一下，我还有 What's the purple one?
Purple County. Oh, that's a
对啊。
开玩笑.
Oh.
Because it's called Orange County. I was just making a joke that there was 不一样的颜色。
我以为是有 because 他们有很多的 eggplant， 有很多的 aubergine， 所以他们叫做 purple county。
Right.
OK， 好，没事。
No, it could be.
你的 sign 在哪里？不是真的。
不是真的 yeah. 我开玩笑。
是真的。
I hate that I can't joke with people. Like it's such a depressing thing.
I've done like 很棒了，好吗？ Just that one.
Oh no, not you. I mean people behind the desk. Like when we went to I can joke with anyone in the UK pretty much, right? Aren't you tall? You're a tall bloke. I am tall. Yeah, like you can say anything to how was your holiday? And they'll be like, oh, it was good. Yeah, how was yours? Can you have a chat with people? Right? Can you do that in the States? You can just have a chat with the clerks and whatever, right?
你知道他有一次他知道台湾人 cannot take the jokes， 然后我们有一次去餐厅，然后 is like a date for us， 然后他有一个牛排，他很喜欢吃牛排， so obviously 他会点牛排，然后我有我的沙拉 whatever meal， 然后呢这个的服务生的 waiter 就是 come， 然后就说啊我们的餐点好吗？好吃吗？然后呢他就说 awful。
恶心。
然后他懂那 waiter 他懂那个 awful 这个英文，然后他就问，他看着我，然后就说 really， 然后我就说
And by the way, I had finished the entire plate.
Same thing.
Right.
美国是一样. We always like they come up if it's all gone. You say, "Oh, that was the worst meal I've ever had."
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's never have that again. Thank you. But they'll get it, right? They're like, oh,
you finished it. That was a joke.
Yeah.
Joke.
But here it's like, oh my, 真的. He was really like, oh, 真的吗? Oh, 对不起。
他跟我对不起，然后 I was like, oh, sorry， 就是他开玩笑 ，It's okay， 很好。
You are going to die when we see them. You are going to die.
You can stand next to my husband. He will shelter you from all of the cringe.
All of the cringe.
Out of our mouths.
对呀。
在美国还好啦，但是在台湾我就会很 feel sorry，就觉得 OK 没关系，你可以离开，我很棒，给走。对啊。
Yeah. Look, it's about enjoying your life, isn't it? A bit. I find it that way. And also it's just kind of like, inside of me, maybe I'm wrong. I just feel like if you joke with someone a little bit, you make them smile, they'll enjoy their day a little bit better, a little bit more. Then, right? If they're standing at a bus stop and they're waving down and I go, hey, like pretend they're waving at me instead of the thingy. it makes me think they'll go, oh, there's a 很奇怪的外国人, like, oh, funny. And they have a story to tell now, a little funny story to tell at home. This stupid white Goran, he waved at me and I was waving at the bus. Oh.
Dad.
Yeah. Right? But
Oh my god.
maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
你每一次都在 wave to those
Every time.
people
For years.
wedding. I was like, oh, come on.
But because won't the bus stop at that bus stop even if they don't wave it down?
不会啊
If they're waiting at the bus stop, won't they stop? Because it's his job to stop, right? Surely.
对啊，对啊，对啊。
So they don't need to wave it. They're waving at me. That's what they're doing.
No.
They just,
Hi, everybody.
他们不知道 but
That was that. Yeah, it's so sad. It's gender 喜欢. I really like it. It's part of my it's my little win of life. So let's talk
It's
about
fun.
let's change the subject a little bit. Can we?
可以啊，请。
So Sandy, one of you know Sandy, one of the other hangouteers.
喜欢 Sandy.
Yeah, she's cool. She asked about in the Q&A session about mixed race relationships. Now, you know very well as we do about being in a mixed race relationship and also having a Hunxia or a mixed child as well. Have you found any difficulties being in a mixed race relationship where you live or not? Or does it really ever come up? I mean, how do you feel about it? Do you feel anything about it? Does it matter?
I mean, to me, it doesn't matter.
Right.
To me,
Of course.
we're just people. So who
Yeah, of
cares?
course.
We are very, very fortunate where we live is a huge melting pot of all different,
Right.
ethnicities and nationalities. And so we are very fortunate. There have been times when we go to Florida to visit his parents who live there, and we have experienced less than great things, not necessarily geared towards us, more geared towards my husband's mom, where like they won't let her buy alcohol because, we had the cousins with us from Taiwan and they didn't have their IDs on them.
Mm-hmm.
Like things that don't happen with just white families were happening with our families until they saw my husband's dad, who is white, and we're like, oh, you're a white guy, so this is totally fine.
Oh.
So I think it really depends on where you go. I was very concerned after the 2016 election. That was a little scary.
Trumple.
What?
Trumple. Sorry, Trump.
Trumple.
Yeah, Trumple.
I was a little concerned just because he's very outspoken about his dislike for China or dislike for various people. And then when the thing do hit, I was concerned seeing that there were just random attacks on people of Asian descent.
Right. Because
They could be fully American,
Yeah.
just descendants of an Asian culture, an
Right.
Asian family,
Right.
and they were being attacked. And so I've had issues where I have been concerned, but my family has been very fortunate that we have never had to deal with that. And I mean, like my daughter goes to a school where just everybody's different and it's great. My husband teaches at a school that is mostly Asian and
All right.
great. Awesome. I teach at a school that is mostly Latino, Hispanic.
Does your husband get treated any differently because in a school where it's mostly Asian, but because he's Hunxia, because he's mixed as well, right? Does he get any of that stuff from the pure Asian students that sort of say, oh yeah, but you're,
He's really scary. Nobody's going to mess with him.
Right.
He's a scary guy.
Okay.
He's like 6'2", like, don't mess with me.
可是
Right.
不是因为如果你会说英文就不会被like racist， 对不对？
Yeah, right.
因为有些人就是把他们的，像有很多的朋友，就是如果他们是 ABC， 他们从台湾去到美国，然后他们的爸爸妈妈就会说你不可以说中文，不行，
Yeah.
一定要说
We
英
have a lot,
文，
yeah.
对，就是 that's the reason, right？ 就是如果你不会说英文，他们就会 treat you differently， 是不是？
Yeah, well, I don't know, because I don't live there, so one was that. But I mean, it's all about area, like Ashley's saying. I think you could,
Right.
if you go to a school. Well, I mean, when we went to the UK, even for a holiday, just to get your visa, for example, we were there for a week and we walked around together, and everyone just said good morning to us.
对啊，
To you, me, to everybody. Like, everyone's just smiling. Oh, hey, hi, morning. Whatever. It's just the area, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Like Ashley's saying, actually, the UK is the same. It's so multicultural. No one really. We don't. By the way, in the UK, we don't really have the kind of American problems that you're, I mean, you know what I mean? We're not stamped with that. I don't know what it's, so we don't get that whole judgment different. I mean, obviously you get racist people in every country, in every culture. You do idiots in every culture here as well, everywhere. It doesn't matter. But you know, yeah. The thing I'm concerned about here more so is that because when the 孩子是混血儿, they are different. Like you can see they're different here. Whereas I think in the West, it's very much more difficult to see because there's so many different mixed, and I don't even know if mixed is the right way to say it anymore. You tell me, you're in the school. Mixed. Yeah, mixed race. I don't know. Multicultural. I don't know.
Race that matters.
Pot.
Yeah, I don't.
That English, the English matters.
Sometimes it does. Yeah, what's that? 中文 doesn't. There's no PC way of.
就是混血儿.
Yeah, but I think that's because we have far less immigrants here. Like there's far less Waigorian here, so we haven't really had to change the way the language is spoken because, you know what I mean? Like there's not enough of a Waigorian presence to go, hang on a minute, we're really annoyed you keep calling us Waigorian. Can you just refer to us as a whatever, like our country where we're from or something instead of just foreigners?
对啊。而且他们就是看到你是外国人或是你是混血儿很漂亮很可爱，他们通常都是很开心。然后会很想要认识你。
Yeah, it's a totally different thing. But I think if they went to school here, like if Mackenzie came over here, you'd notice it's quite nice because they're quite popular because they're mixed. Mm-hmm. But also,
and Mackenzie's like Kyrie is half and half, right?
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
And so Mackenzie's like 75% white, 25%
Oh, right, because the dad, yeah. She
looks even more, I think she would look even more white going to Taiwan. Whereas here, I think everybody looks at her and goes, oh, you're so beautiful with your little Chinese eyes, you know?
I don't see it. I just don't see it, by the way. With your husband, here's a weird question. And I'm really not sure how to phrase this. When you see him, do you see your race? Like when you look at him,
conversation the other day. I don't see anything. Though when we were dating, it was really fun watching him get together with his friends because when he was with like his Asian friends, he looked real white. And when he was with his white friends, he looked real Asian.
Really?
It was awesome. Now he looks like my husband.
That's what I'm saying, right?
真的.
So when someone asks us a question like those kind of questions, like how do you feel being in I just don't see it. Like I never wake up in the morning and the thought is, oh, my wife's Taiwanese. That never crossed my mind. Like it never, I just see her and
just that face.
It's just my wife's face now. It's never been that. Anyway, I don't know. I know it's a 很奇怪的. But in Kyrie also, when I look at the kids, I can see that some of them have got her eyes or my eyes or whatever it is. But my parents will go, oh, doesn't she look like Kyrie? Doesn't she look Taiwanese? Does she though? I don't.
Yeah,
I see the mix.
对啊，我觉得像 Ashley 讲的，就是如果他跟美国朋友在一起，他看起来就比较不一样，对不对？
Yeah.
跟亚洲的朋友在一起，他看起来就不一样。
Yeah.
所以你的妈妈爸爸会说他看起来很像台湾人，然后我的爸爸妈妈会说他们Kyrie 看起来很像英国人。所以就是一样的啊，就是差不多这种感觉。And because they're mixed. 他们是混血儿啊 that's why.
What's that? I don't see it. It's weird. It's so weird.
对啊。
What does your husband feel about the Taiwan-China relationship?
That's a real good question.
Does he care?
I don't know how far I'm allowed to get into this conversation because he definitely believes that Taiwan is
a separate country. Okay. Well, he's Taiwanese, right?
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing.
Right.
His mom was born in Qingdao.
Okay.
And they emigrated to Taiwan during the huge civil unrest.
The hoo-ha.
Right. The hoo-ha. Yeah. Which is another word for lady parts.
Really?
It is. Surprise. Euphemism.
Not for me, but okay. That's no, really? That's, I know, the hoo-ha. But then anything can be.
好可怕。
Anywho, so they emigrated over. His mom was, I believe, the only sibling born in like mainland China. Her two younger sisters and younger brother were all born in Taiwan. So the cousins all view themselves as Taiwanese. Right. My husband and his mom see themselves as Chinese.
Oh,
wow. Confusion.
A little bit.
And to do the Chinese part of the family, how do they feel about it?
They still believe Taiwan is separate.
they really
were part of that like high class, like the rebels are rising against us. We need to escape.
Right.
And so they're like, yeah, Taiwan's
the way to go.
We're not the same place.
Yeah. I read that they're coming over. The Chinese are coming over in the next few years.
在2027年以前
Yeah, but the Americans actually. American naval commander said that China is likely to attack Taiwan by 2027.
Well, that's exciting.
Isn't it fun, Moses?
You guys want to come over?
Yeah, we do. Yep. I don't know what's going to happen to foreigners. What would happen to foreigners? Because I'm sure as shit that my government, what the Zhongfu won't give a shit about.
Oh no, they're going to leave you. They're going to leave you there.
They're not. They're not going to fight a war because of a couple of. I mean, it's not just me. There'll be 很多英国人 here.
I don't think they will bother 外国人 in Taiwan. They will just bother 台湾人. Yeah, 他们只会 ，cause 他们喜欢外国人啊，中国人喜欢外国人。
Not during war times, they don't.
Well, I don't mean wartime. 但是呢，现在中国人，白人在中国，他们叫洋人。
Yeah. Okay.
And then once I was working in different company online, 然后他们就说我看起来很洋 because I can speak 英文 I can speak English. 他们说我看起来很洋 so 他们很喜欢就是白人洋人
I just don't want to like find myself working in a salt mine.
No, 他们不会啦你们没事台湾人有事
Because my government will not come over here.
你可以
I don't
回
think
去
they'll accept your jokes in the salt mine.
I don't think they'll like it. No.
I don't think they're going to like that.
I'd have to change my accent as well, wouldn't I?
为什么
中文的腔对 It's too Taiwanese, I think.
然后你就要选择你要 stay 还是你要回英国 你要选择
That's so interesting. But thank you very much for. I'm not closing you off today. Thank you very much for coming along, Eula. Thank you so much. It's great to have you on.
不客气
Cringy podcast. We could totally start one of those. I wonder if you can make a cringe. Cringe, by the way, I think it's 很有意思的
Which kind?
What podcast?
哪一种
What podcast?
Cringe.
Just a cringe one. I don't know how you do that. Like The Office. Did you ever watch The Office?
Oh yeah, I did.
Did you see the American or English version?
Both.
Which one do you think was more cringy?
So that's difficult.
Right.
Oh man, 因为 British humor is so much more dry and like subtle. I think American humor is very slapstick.
Slapstick, yeah.
I think
like,
it just depends.
It's more kind of banana skin on the floor, trip over. Oh, he fell over, kind of stuff.
That is 美国的
对, and like Ingle is more like sarcasm.
对
and it's kind of like lower brow, like you know what I mean, like, or high brow. I don't know which brow it is.
Right,
Someone's eyebrows.
It's one of the brows. It's one of the Maymows.
Yeah, hoo-ha.
Okay.
Don't they say that in the Marines? Hoo-ha, don't they?
Hoo-ha.
Oh, they don't say.
I don't think it's hoo-ha.
The Jingle Fairy.
But I was also never a Marine, so stop.
I know. Okay. Well, that's also one of the ways I remembered Fuza. You know, do you remember that podcast episode?
Fuza.
Yeah. I gave that was my song Gaini the other day.
很多人知道复杂
Fuza. Yeah. Because of Al Pacino. That little impression. Oh, she fancies.
I still hear her down the hall every once in a while. Fuza.
Mummy. Yeah. Fuza. Okay. I don't know why she say mammy. Mommy, right? Mom.
A lot of times she calls me mama.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's very Taiwanese of you.
你喜欢她叫你妈妈还是 mommy?
都可以
都可以
Yeah, the thing I don't like right now is she's getting into that age where she starts to call me mom. And she's got that like attitude behind it going, hey, mom.
You're 4, aren't you? just wait.
Do I need to fight a 4-year-old today? Because I will. Yeah.
Wow, so
anything's okay, but mom.
Yeah, I only accept 我只喜欢 mommy.
Yeah, she's like mama.
我不喜欢妈妈 or mom or mother. No.
Mother.
Mother.
Mama. Papa. I don't care. 我不管, so she can call me
你喜欢爸爸
yeah,
right?
我不管.
你喜欢爸爸
Daddy, Dad, oi.
Yeah, but you... Oi.
Oi. Dude. Bloke. Yes, my love. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's intelligent. You're 4. Shut your mouth. Thank you. Where were we? What were we talking about before that?
我不知道 You were looking for
cringe.
Cringe. 怎样
Fucking cringe. I love cringe. Cringe.
It's the best.
Right, it's the best feeling, right? That's how you feel when I do something silly in front of people. You're like, it's not like ganga or it's not ganga. It's not like embarrassed. It's like,
I think
well, it's kind of embarrassed, but it's like
不舒服. It's
不舒服, right?
internal 不舒服.
It's like you feel you feel how they feel at the moment, right?
I feel it every day. 我每天都在
为什么?
You.
What, just me being like normal? You feel like, oh God, it's him again. What do you mean?
Because you being
Oh, she went and she's back.
Because-
You went.
because
Where'd you go?
you being normal is that way.
Yeah.
If you're not normal, you are normal. You mean?
No, 再一次.
Okay. So you joke, you do funny stuff. 那是 normal tone. 但是如果他不 normal 不正常的时候，就是
plain face, stone face.
对
Yeah.
So that's normal you, and you
Yeah.
make me cringe every day.
Oh.
对啊
Like I'll dance maybe down the supermarket aisles or something. You know, I'm selling silly, or I'll dance with the kids or whatever it is.
对
You'll be like, please stop doing those things.
对 Yeah.
It's a good story though.
不是你的错啦，我还是喜欢，但是我会来觉得大家都在看我们，我觉得不喜欢，
You're like, yeah.
我不喜欢他们看我。
I wonder if two cringy people got together, how that relationship would work, or whether they would just like compete to see how cringy.
They will win the world.
I'd love that though, in a way. I'd love that in a way because me and my friend, I had this friend, my sister's old boyfriend. He was a cringer. He loved a cringe. And we'd have competitions in supermarkets and stuff to see who could do the cringiest thing. To be fair, he'd generally win. He would go the extra step. You know what I mean? He's the kind of person that would get into the bingshang, like get into the freezer or something and ask where the Yorkshire puddings are. Do you know what I mean? That kind of cringe. And I'm like, oh, nice. And you have to, the game was you had to stand there with him and be with them. Do you know what I mean? While he's in there going, excuse me, can you come here, please? And the guy would go, why are you in the fridge? Can you tell me where the Yorkshire puddings are, please, mate? And he'd be lying on them or something. And he wouldn't leave until they told him, oh my God. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
那你做什么？我想知道你做什么。What do you do?
Oh, I have to stand there as part of the game. I just have to.
那你的是什么？
Oh, like just silly things like when I have to find someone who's bending down to pick something up and go all the way down as they get up, and then but I have to stand there and stay and look at them like that was me. I did that thing. That was the sound I made when you bent over.
好烦哦
Swore. A lot of people didn't find that funny. Some people did though. Some people did.
She did it to my mom. 超无理的。我妈不，但是我她好开心哦，然后我妈妈就笑，她也是那种很尴尬的笑，就Okay.
Oh, come on, it's a little bit funny. Farting is still funny. And I'm
Farting will always be
funny, right?
Yeah.
But to your mom though, to my mom
my mum would just smack me. She'd laugh, but she'd go, no, you silly boy. Silly boy. So what else? What else have we got going on? So have you...
If you want to talk about farting, we can talk about being a 体育老师.
Oh, really? Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, because obviously you're a...
我不是 fart.
Right.
我在水上 fart.
Okay. Right.
Just to clear that up.
Good. Okay, just to get that out of the way. So you're quite...
Unless I want to run really fast and then I can propel myself, you know.
Oh, the extra speed. But your students will. Wait some more.
Oh, 因为 I make them do like crunches and they eat nothing but hot Cheetos. Okay. And so they come up and
So there's a lot of gas.
Oh,
yeah. I have to play it off like it never happened.
Oh, right.
And thank goodness we're outside.
Yeah.
So it just kind of dissipates into the air.
Is this high school? What kind of age are we talking?
中学, so ages 11 to 15.
Okay. Are they generally okay, or have you found them to be little D-bags? I don't know what the correct term is.
Depends on what grade they're in. 7th grade, not so great, which is the grade I have now. And I love them dearly because they were also my 6th graders last year.
How old are they?
6th grade.
12.
So 12, 13 is 7th grade. And that's like when puberty's hitting real hard and they don't know what the heck is going on.
Confusing balls of chemicals. Okay.
Right. So 6th grade, they come into middle school for the first time at my school, and they are terrified. So it's great. They're scared. They're good. 7th grade, they're comfortable. So they're a pain in the booty.
Yeah.
And then 8th grade, they just don't care anymore because they're heading off to high school. So they're okay again.
Right. Okay. Heading off to high school. So I teach high school kids.
Oh, 他们很早.
They're different breeds of different confusion balls. These kids, when they first arrive from like junior high school, they're generally just little annoying bags of high energy, real immature, and then they go through like I hate my life in the next grade up, right? And then they get into the, oh shit, I'm going to university soon. I need to, like, they're about 17, 18. So they kind of get more focused. 注意力. Like, 他们知道他们注意力, they're less rude in when they're 17, 18. I don't know. They just grow up. I don't know. They're not fully, but they.
And that's good. 就是有些人他会长大，有些人不会，有些人会变得 worse， 变得更糟。
Right. I wouldn't want to teach junior high school, personally.
No.
I wouldn't.
You have to have a special kind of personality.
对，
我老公
and patience.
也不喜欢中学生. He teaches high school.
Right.
And he says the same thing. Like when they come in as freshmen, they're still middle schoolers.
Basically, yeah.
They're still, they're still junior high kids. And so they come in all hyper and bleh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love them like that because I'm like that. So it just works out real well.
Is it boys and girls?
It is. Yeah.
Right. Okay. That's good. So do you teach boys as well?
I do.
Exciting. And what do you teach them? Don't say PE. What specifically do you teach them?
Everything.
Oh, I say, do you teach or do you just do?
Both.
But you have to teach, no?
Well, I mean, okay, for my example, a PE teacher, I told you about that guy. He would just, what are you going to do? He would just say, like, run around the track for 15 times. Or he would say, here's a ball, play some football. Here's a basketball, play some basketball, whatever.
没有啊，你要考试啊。
He won't be like, and this is the dan. You know what I mean? You need to, he won't teach us about the body or anything. He won't teach us about the game necessarily. He'll just
Game
say,
rule? 他不会
yeah,
告诉
but
你
that's
规则
time number
吗？
one. And then the rest of the time we just play the game.
哦，对啊，isn't that how that works? No? PE
You're a PE teacher. Let's do
老
this.
师。
So I think it depends on the teacher.
Right.
For me personally, first and foremost, my biggest rule right now, because I'm still young, is I will never make you guys do something I can't do.
Right.
So like the push-ups and the curl-ups and all the fitness related stuff you do, they go, well, then you do it. And I go, okay. And then I do it. I always demonstrate, always show them what they're supposed to be doing. I always help correct their form and I use myself. When it comes to something where they are playing a game. So let's just say, 他们要踢足球. They want to play soccer. If we have a 6-week unit, because that's typically how long our units are, the first 3 weeks or so is going to be skills and drills. It's going to be things that I can run them through. It helps build their knowledge base. It gives them new vocab. It gives them the skills they need to actually play the game, but they can practice them in smaller settings where it's less scary, I guess. And then the last 3 weeks is kind of a tournament style play. But I also like to play with them.
Oh,
so like sometimes I get in, sometimes I don't. It just depends on the day. Most of the time I don't run with them, but that is partly because when we do run days, teachers have to be standing in specific spots so that we don't lose any children.
Oh.
So, because sometimes kids like to hop a fence and just bail or, just fun stuff. Kids.
Really? No fence?
Also,
你们的学校?
Doesn't matter. They climb over it.
Yeah. And we have a riverbed. So we always have to kind of keep an eye on the riverbed to make sure nobody gets out and nobody comes in. So there's a couple different reasons.
Who's coming in?
对啊 who wants to come in the school?
Homeless people, drunk people. The area that I teach in is an area where you may find some homeless people. You may find some people from a low income community. Our school is completely enclosed. So we do have like gates and stuff around. But you would be surprised how many drunk homeless people come out at like 9 a.m. and like throw things over the gate. Like, you kid, F you.
Why?
我不知道.
Oh, just like 疯人嘛, just like men crazy people.
对啊，他们没有家，整天喝酒，一定是。
I've never seen that. Oh yeah, I have heard like a couple of times. Yeah.
可是因为我们以前有这个问题 ，we had the same problem before 很久以前，所以呢，就是我们的政府our government 就说呢，每一家学校就一定要做很高的墙。
对。
一定就是如果你没有做这很高的墙的话，就是 illegal。
Yeah, you can't really get out of my school. It's like prison.
对啊。
There's a huge metal gate. You know, it's like 15 feet high with a security guard there at all times.
对。
There's always a way.
True. They dig tunnels.
Not trying hard enough.
They dig tunnels out. Yeah, they really don't want to go to that math class or whatever it is. Do you have 考试吗? Do you have exams for PE? Or tryouts?
Oh, 没有 tryouts.
Okay.
因为我也是 athletic director, 所以我们有 sports after school, and so we have tryouts for that.
Oh.
但是 for PE, I have exams. I have like one exam per semester. And so like the first semester it's anatomy. But it depends on the teacher.
So you can live your life, I don't want to say stress-free, but without exams.
I could. Yes and no.
可是他有他自己的压力啊，因为如果你要他们跑步，然后他们不跑步怎么办？你有没有
punch them in their little faces?
不行啊。
Okay. Punch them in their little stomachs. No bruises.
不行啊。
If they don't want to run.
对啊。
I just find it fascinating that you get online right now because of the Bingdu. You have to teach black boxers. And you just have to dance on or run on your own, do some exercise on your own. That is like the epitome of cringe. I love that so much because all of them are not doing it.
It is the worst teaching to little black boxes. But today I had the best thing happen. One of my students typed peekaboo in the chat and I was like, peekaboo, peekaboo. And he turned his camera on and left it on for 10 minutes. And it made me the happiest teacher.
Really? Why?
I've been teaching for 10 years and that is the happiest I think I've ever been. Just like,
because you saw someone.
Antonio, your face.
Yeah. Does he have to did he do the exercises that you were showing them or what?
Yeah, but as soon as we do exercises, they turn them off because we can't force them to have them on due to embarrassment. They might be embarrassed.
Okay. You know that none of them are doing it, right?
100%. And I am very aware that every once in a while when they turn their cameras on, they are laying in bed eating and they have like food on their chest.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
yeah, I'm doing it.
Great. You're doing awesome. It's just kind of one of those things.
So you just have a workout basically.
Basically.
我觉得这样很好。我觉得是 during this time, I don't like pandemic, but during this time, while all the teachers they have the stress and progress have to work on with their students, 但是你就是跳舞运动 make sure they work out. 但是 you don't really can't force them, and you don't have the pressure from school, right?
No, but can you imagine every morning you have to come in here, turn this on, stand here, and just have a workout?
很好啊。
In front of people, they're all not watching. They're probably watching Netflix or something, and occasionally they'll flick back. It's just you,
对啊，
just working out for you. You're basically having a workout. That's good. That's nice.
很棒啊，对啊。Just they don't bother you, you don't bother them. 很棒。
Can you? What happens if you turn yours off?
They usually think it's time to go because I never turn my camera off.
Could you? Because of embarrassment.
I could.
Could you?
Because of embarrassment.
Yeah.
I could. But I also believe that me having my camera on, we've officially been virtual for a year now because we left last year on Friday the 13th, March 13th.
Yeah, interesting.
And it is now a sense of normalcy for them to see my bright and shiny face, just yelling at them nonstop for 80 minutes, 3 days a week. So if I were to turn my camera off, I think the little bit of interest that I have cultivated and the little bit of trust that I've gotten from them, I think I would lose that. So I wouldn't want to turn my camera off because I do, you know, some of them live in situations that are not great and some of them live in homes that are not permanent. So at the very least, they know that 3 days a week, they're going to see me and I'm going to talk their ear off and dance like an idiot. And it's going to be great. And that's it.
你的课多久? 你的课多久? How long is your lessons?
So we have 80 minutes in a class right now while we're virtual. And I use about 60 minutes of that to actually teach them like vocab and new concepts about whatever skill we're learning, to show them videos. Like, for example, I'm going to do a self-defense unit coming up in a couple weeks. I know. Super excited.
Hang on. Okay.
Oh, please.
Yeah. You said that you would never teach them, get them to do something that you haven't done before. Talk me through your MMA experience.
Something I couldn't do.
Oh, you couldn't. Okay. Well, so are you going to wrestle someone? Are you going to fight somebody, or what's going to happen?
Yeah. So I'm going to treat it kind of like the dance unit that we did, where you visit different cultures and how they use martial arts in said culture, and then practice some of the skills. You can't see it right now. I'm actually kicking with my leg. That's why I leaned back. But so like with dance, we visited various parts of the world. We visited China. We had the lion dance. We visited Africa. We had various ceremonial dances. And so they got to learn about different cultures, how the dances were important in that culture, what they were originally used for. And then they got to practice those moves. So it's going to be the same thing with martial arts. It's going to be self-defense, martial arts, visit different cultures and how the heck we use it. And let's karate chop somebody.
Right.
I don't get it.
Owen's karate chop.
如果 Ashley 是我的 PE 老师，我会很开心我就是会跟他跳舞啊。
因为你是大人，是不一样的想法。
Yeah， 但是以前我最喜欢体育课，英文是第一个，英文 is the top one, my favorite subject，然后再来就是体育课。So I love having exams in these two classes， 所以我最喜欢运动，然后的跑步，然后做一些运动的东西。
Mine was drama.
真的啊。
And science?
讨厌 hate it.
I think.
我不喜欢。
Yeah, that's a weird mix. Understanding like physics, but also, sing and dance kind of thing was that.
Dance about physics.
Yes, I would. But I've forgotten a lot of that science stuff now.
会吗？我觉得你还是很聪明啦。
谢谢。
对啊。
That's nice of her to say that. Oh. Are you ever going to meet your husband?
Eventually, at some point, maybe.
Right.
When we go
right.
sleep over.
You backed out of that one quite quickly. Eventually, at some point, maybe not. I don't know. Probably not. He's off and away. I don't know. Who are you guys?
I don't even have a husband.
yeah. It was a lie. But I've seen your child. She's a rental. No, we're going to get into it.
I mean, if they walk in the door, I will put him on camera, but right. I think he's waiting for me to text him and be like, I'm done.
You can come back now. Well, we have, I think we've run over time. We will come to your house and, because we do, because we want Kyrie and Mackenzie to be best friends forever. And also because, we want to go to Disney, which is near you.
It's only 10 minutes away.
Is that a lie or is that true? I don't know if it's a lie. I don't know. Oh, 真的吗? Oh, right.
10分钟. Wow. 好羡慕哦.
我们需要去.
You can go every day 如果你有钱的话.
Oh, that'd be so good.
对.
We live in the perfect spot. It's like Disney is 10 minutes. The beach is 15 minutes. You can go to the hills for some hiking in 10 to 15 minutes. Like but it's 太贵了.
I know it's Taipei. But that's perfect, isn't it? Look, beach, Disney, Shan.
Yeah, but you think 你有一整天，你工作一整天 you have stress， 但是你可以走路，你可以开车10分钟去 Disney.
Yeah.
I will buy.
Yeah. 我要. We can swap. You can come here.
You just come join us.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, no swap needed. Just come.
No swapsies.
swapsies.
Oh.
Just
Come join
these.
But we need a big house these, because not like a mansion. I mean, because there's 5 of us these. So we need like enough space. I have a big bottom.
We can figure that out.
Bottom.
A big bottom. A bottom. We can figure that out. Okay. If you could help. And also green card issues. Can you figure that out?
Sure. I'm on it.
Do you have that like 律师, the lawyer?
律师.
Yeah.
有没有律师?
Contacts or anything? No?
I don't, but I could find them.
Thank you. I can see you're resourceful.
Oh.
So, and also you like sunflowers. Just to finish up, you like sunflowers the other day.
I do.
And you said inside there's a suffix.
There's a suffix.
Yeah, there's a
不
suffix.
是吧？
Yeah.
So I had succulents.
Succulents.
Little cacti.
Oh, is that what they are?
怎么听起来有点恶心？
I'll show you.
It's like a Pokemon,
So-
a succulent.
It was like one of these little guys. This guy's on his way out.
Oh, yeah.
And the other 2 died. So I put fake sunflowers in there because I needed a pretty classroom because this is my classroom.
How can you grow that way? 好特别
这是假的，
哦！
那是假的吗？这是假的 succulent 吗？
是真的。
这是假的。
哦。
Would you call it as a succulent? Succubus?
Not a succubus. Succulent.
It's a succulent. As in,
Succulent.
as in this steak is very succulent.
Yeah.
Really? Same meaning?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's the same meaning, but same word.
I've never heard it used like that. It's
They're like the
interesting.
cutest little cactus and they only grow, like they grow really tiny, but they're not necessarily a cactus. They're a succulent because they don't have like the little spikes.
你不需要给他们水吗？
他们叫多肉植物。
哦
Now I understand. 我现在懂了你们的对话。
Oh,
I
really?
understand your conversation.
Really? Are you? Oh, really?
Just
You off? I didn't know that you were off. Oh, yay!
I worked it out.
Oh. Yeah, you don't need to water them, do you?
要
You do.
Once every 6 months.
But not as much.
Mm.
But I've successfully killed all of the succulents that I have. So
Easily.
I probably should have done better.
我也是
I wish.
I had them before.
I don't like the word succulent. I don't accept it.
我可以问一下 succulent
Succulent.
meanings
Succulent apparently is a type of cactus.
是
很小的. And a succulent is also like a juicy meal or something.
Right.
Like you could have a steak 你有拍这是很好吃 and it's like juicy and succulent juicy. It's juicy and succulent. Like it's like
So it works slightly the same way 在中文
what's the sound effect for succulent? Sorry.
没事 you enjoyed it Okay.
Yeah. Is that the sound effect you would use for succulent?
I don't know because I've never thought of a sound effect for succulent. And I don't know if I would hold my
Succulent.
meal pie like
that.
You have to be very visual in a multi-language relationship. You have to be very visual when you come to explain, right? To make it make sense. This is my Neo pie.
Right.
What you said? 你说什么？
哦，我说那个叫做多肉 is
多肉
a many meat plant.
我什么？
多肉。
认真的吗？
对啊，它的
The
名字
succulent.
对，
Yeah. It used to have many meats and now it doesn't.
没有 meats.
现在没有
没有
meat。
Oh,
对
It's got
啊，
a few meats.
Yeah.
有一些 meats, but
I like it.
it's
因为它看起来就是肥肥的、胖胖的 ，the healthy one，
Yeah, yeah.
就是肥肥胖胖的。
Little
So,
fatties.
对，所以中文就是多肉，它是多肉植物，植物 is plant，对，
Many
很
meats.
可爱，对啊。
Well, there you go. Look, we're all learning something about it, and I've learned something in English even that I wouldn't know. I didn't know they're called succulents.
我不知道 until today。
Yeah, just now. It's amazing.
对啊，
Okay, so let's leave everybody alone because it's been an hour and 26 minutes. That shot past, right? That's gone quick. But we are going to get you back on. We're going to get back on,
嗯，
right?
会啊，我们会
there's，so many more things to talk about.
Oh, the world is endless. And look, we didn't ask one of those questions.
我们应该有
告诉你
一集要让 Mackenzie 然后 Kyrie 一起在 podcast 上面，
We could just leave though,
对，
and they're just going to each other, right? For like an hour.
是好可爱。
I will tell you though, when Mackenzie gets really excited about something, especially seeing a friend virtually, she will run away.
去哪里？
我不知道为什么。
Where will she go?
害羞吗？
Anywhere. just anywhere. I think it's not like a shy thing. I think she's showing off, but she doesn't realize that
They can't
the camera
still see
doesn't follow.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at how fast I can run.
Right.
哦，可爱。
Yeah.
Does she like sport?
She loves it.
Which one?
She just loves being active. All sports. Well, she does
Is that 'cause
dance right now.
her parents are
and she
PE
did
teachers?
soccer. I mean,
anyway.
we didn't have a
她就是
choice.
tiny version of Ashley，很可爱啊。
Right.
She got all my sass and all my energy and all my husband's stubbornness, and we don't know what to do with ourselves now.
我觉得很棒。She's gonna be amazing.
I don't know about ours.
我们的吗？
Yeah.
我们就是 lazy，
他们的个性是什么？
lazy and wants daddy.
Kyrie？
对啊
Yeah.
daddy.
Yeah.
Even just 2 full
I wouldn't
steps.
call her lazy though.
Daddy up.
Like she loves a run, she loves a play,
他们比较 clingy like me.
but she's clingy like you.
对，我们就是很黏黏的。
She's sticky.
Yeah, we're very sticky. 很黏。We are, right? Our family 都是一样的。
Yeah, I think so.
嗯，对啊。
We're sticky, Ashley.
Okay.
Sticky.
Awesome.
All right.
Oh, vamos.
Don't. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's go. But we are going to get you back because you're gonna test some things out for us, aren't you?
I
am. Exciting.
真的吗 ？Is that OK？ 好啊，
Well, I mean, the date's not set, but I mean, Ashley's up for it.
好啊，好啊，
And
好
then
棒，
she can
好
come on and
棒。
explain her experience. So
Yes.
she's coming back.
Mm.
It's lovely to have you on episode 190. 谢谢你.
你好棒哦！
The audio will be out today because I'm going to do it. And then the video will follow shortly, probably.
Mhm.
And we'll let you know, of course. And we'll continue to play 20 questions in the old group.
Fun. I was trying to get my husband to help me figure it out. He's the one who guessed 兔子.
Oh, really? It's close.
Yeah.
But no cigar.
No cigar。
I think I know.
Oh.
但是
我猜是爸爸哎。
耶？
可是因为你说有奶头，但是不知道可不可以吸。
Yeah.
Is that okay？
Yeah,
喂，等一下
No,
OK，
you're not right.
啊，好。
Okay. Cool. What? Huh? What's going on? Spider.
Oh,
Huh? Oh, yeah, you 真的不喜欢，也不知道。他也不喜欢，对不对？
OK，我不喜欢。Like any
the
insects，
spiders in Taiwan haunt my dreams.
I've never really I've seen one big one. That's about it. In a cupboard, and I thought, yeah, shit. And then I thought,
哦，你在学校看到一个 the
Yeah,
proper big one。
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've only
哦，那
seen
是吗
one big one. Yeah, that one in the cupboard. And I was like, holy! And I took a picture of it, didn't I?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, that could eat me. Probably that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Right.
I'm pretty sure they could just pick me up
And
and,
then
take me
right.
into the trees and just I'm gone. There I go.
Exactly. And you're now food for the spiders. To be fair though, I haven't seen any other like threatening creatures here. But then we live in a city, so I don't really.
对呀，我们又不在山上。
Anyway,
好
okay. For the third time, let's leave, and we can continue. You can stay on just for a second afterwards.
Fantastic.
You know what to do.
好。I know what
You've done this before.
你们有任何的问题想要写信告诉我们呢，可以写信到 chat@mandarinmonkey.com.
You certainly can. And if, like Ashley, you would like to come and have private lessons, you can. mandarinmonkey.com and just have a look at the times and see what suits you. Or you can come and hang out like Ashley does as well every weekend. And how can they do that?
How can I do that?
Yeah.
你们可以到 www. 有几个 W？ 3个 W 的 mandarinmonkey.com/lessons 或者是 membership 都可以找到我们所有的 platforms.
Precisely that. And if you want to find Ashley, where can they find you, Ashley?
Oh, everywhere.
She's everywhere.
She is actually everywhere. Yes.
In the hangouts, in the private lessons, just everywhere.
你好棒 You're the
And
best.
somewhere in Orange County. That's all we know.
Somewhere near Disneyland, but 15 minutes from the beach. Find me.
If you can. Challenge accepted. Okay. How about?
好啦，谢谢你的收听，谢谢你的收看，谢谢 Ashley，你好棒哦，我们下次见，拜拜。
Bye.